Hello there, beautiful soul, and welcome to the full moon in Aquarius lunar eclipse healing energy session. In this energy session, I am going to be focusing on healing. We're going to be diving deep into healing. I'm going to channel messages in this session. The guided meditation and soul activation for the crown chakra will be a separate video. So I just want you to sit back, relax, close your eyes if you feel guided to, and just allow the messages that just want to come forth to help you with understanding, bringing you clarity, bringing you guidance, and bringing you the answers that hopefully you have been asking your spirit team, spirit for. So, the full moon in Aquarius is a lunar eclipse, and it happens on Thursday, October 17th, 2024. And it happens at 7:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this lunar eclipse is going to be the catapult of the ending. So if you have been transitioning from closing a cycle and really trying to start a new cycle, this lunar eclipse is going to pave the way, shine the light, and open that door for you. So full moons are about illuminating, they're about releasing, they're also about bringing things up to the surface that need to be felt, they need to be acknowledged, they need to be released. And with the full moon being in the sign of Aries, Aries is a fire sign, so fire signs are very intense. So the energy starting from today and through this full moon, and maybe even the days after, because the full moon lunar eclipse is a Friday, I'm going to say until that following Monday or like 2-3 days after, you're still going to be feeling the effects of this full moon. So it's going to feel like an ending. It's going to feel like a death in a way, but it's going to open the door to a new beginning. So if you are an Aries, sun, moon, or rising, you could experience a lot of upheaval. If you're not, you could just still be feeling the effects of this Aries energy. So I'm hearing the word fast, and I'm hearing the song Fast Car, whether it's by Tracy Chapman or Luke Combs. You got a fast car. Um, you've got a ticket to go anywhere, and that's basically what that song is telling you. That you have a ticket to go anywhere that you need to. So, what's a lunar eclipse? So, a lunar eclipse is basically when the sun and the moon come together and the moon just goes through a shift. So, it's not like a solar eclipse where it happens during the day and you shouldn't look at the sun when the moon and the sun cross. You can do it with the moon. Still be careful if you're up looking at it. But the lunar eclipse, I'm just seeing fire. So there's a lot of change that is going to happen. So things that you have put out into the universe, things that you have asked spirit for, you're going to start to see the answer, the result, or the manifestation of exactly what you asked for. So you have to have a shift in perception. So what does that mean? Your perception is how you look at things, how you view things, how you see things, how you think, how you speak. So if you have a negative perception, things are not going to be good. But if you shift that to a positive, you're going to see a dramatic change and you're going to see results. So this lunar eclipse full moon is essentially going to unveil to you the hidden messages, the hidden, maybe even just understanding why a situation is happening. Because the reason why I want to focus so much on healing during this session is because I feel that if you have been in a repeated pattern, this is going to help you unveil and help you disintegrate this pattern once and for all. So The planet that is ruled by Aries is Mars, and Mars can bring out the worst. It is associated with the emotion anger. It also is telling you and teaching you that you need to be a fighter. You need to fight for your right to exist. You need to fight for the right to be the leader in your life. And you have to allow your ambition to open the door to great success. Because Aries is in the first house, and the body part that it is associated with is the head. So this is the crown chakra. You have your third eye chakra here, and your throat chakra is here. So this is all connected to the body, and it's about finding your identity. So your identity comes from the crown through the third eye and through the throat. So see how this is like a zipper and it opens up. Basically, in the soul activation guided meditation, I'm going to be focusing on these three chakras because it's time for you to speak it into existence. And it's time for you to speak your feelings. It's time for you to speak your truth. And it's time for you to acknowledge. The mantra for Aries is I am. So in the Black Moon Astrology deck, this is the card for Aries I am. This is number 13, which equals a 4. So there is an opportunity for something new, something fresh to come through. So I'm going to read the meaning of this card to bring you the message. The Aries card says that it's okay to push now, just don't push too hard. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and the energy of this card is that of a dynamic trailblazer. Aries is the fire of creation. This means Aries can be highly creative. Since they are impatient, they are so blunt and to the point. They make no effort to pretend or to be something other than what they are, which in their eyes is number one. Everyone needs to understand this. Arians tend to be genuine people who are not into playing games. They like matters to move fast. Since Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, it is represented by the primal human, one who must protect and defend. Aries people are highly ambitious and want to accomplish things quickly and in a no-nonsense way. Competition is what Aries is all about. Many feel the need to compete when the other party doesn't even care to. Traditionally, Aries is a warrior sign, which means being always on the defensive, ready for action. The Aries style of relating is that of a catalyst using force, not of a peacemaker. They're interested in sports, and a number of Arians have a fascination with weapons. When this card turns up, expect things to move fast, for there is no time to take it step by step. It will all be a mad jump. It may be a time of testing your will. You will work best in situations where you make your own decisions rather than acting as an underling. So I don't need to read any more of the description because the message is clear. It's time to act. It's time for a change. So we've been talking about a change through the year. This is the message that I keep repeating in collective sessions like this, as well as one-on-ones with my clients. It's time for a change. So basically, you want to tell yourself it's enough. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. It's time for me to change. And if you are afraid of change or you don't know how to change, there is something blocking you. There is something that just needs to be healed and released within you to get you to that space. So I am going to pull an oracle card to get the energy for this full moon in Aries lunar eclipse. So spirit guides, ancestors, angels. What is the energy for the full moon in Aries lunar eclipse? What is the energy? What can you tell us about this energy? Right, they're telling me to pull 5 cards. right. I'm gonna take this one because this one kind of kept falling out. So the first card we have is loss, grief, sorrow, pain. You have experienced a loss, is what I feel. There is something that has ended. There is someone who maybe has ended things with you. There is someone who maybe you have ended with, but there is a feeling of a loss. This could also represent a passed over loved one who is essentially around you at this time. Maybe you are still holding on to the grief, the sorrow, and pain of losing this person. I feel you could have lost this person when you were very young. Maybe you have very little to no memories of them, or you are going through a hard time and they were always there to pick you up. So if you are experiencing that with a passed over loved one, just know that this person is with you. They're with you in spirit, and they're always there. And they send you signs, they send you, they're saying numbers. So you're getting numbers from them, you're getting signs. And this person could also be sending you the crow. So if you have crows around you, crows are warning you of danger, that is a passed over loved one who is just telling you to pay attention to the messages that the crow is bringing you. So a lot of people think crows are bad omen, they're bad luck, and they could be, but I don't see them that way because they're one of my spirit totem animals, and they are always around me, and they're always bringing me messages. Sometimes they warn me to, like, especially if I'm out and about and I'm looking at my phone, when I'm out in public, they will call to warn me to pay attention to my surroundings. So that's what the crow is telling you. The crow is telling you, I'm here. I'm here. So with this loss comes you feeling misunderstood, like a lost soul, a victim. Maybe you still beat yourself up over mistakes that you have made. So maybe you have experienced a loss because decisions you made that you now regret, that you now see as mistakes. Maybe you just feel lost in your life, lost on your journey. You don't know if things are ever going to get back to the way they used to be, or maybe you're worried that things are not going to improve. So victim is telling me don't be a victim, especially if you feel that you have been taken advantage of someone, or maybe you have taken advantage of someone. So regardless of who took advantage of who, or maybe you're mad at yourself because you allowed yourself to get taken advantage of, something felt too good to be true, but you took the decision anyway. Spirit is telling you, you may have experienced a loss. You may feel misunderstood, or maybe it was misunderstood, the wrong information. But what I'm really feeling is that not all is lost. You know why? Because this full moon lunar eclipse is bringing in a purifying energy for you. It is helping you purge. It is bringing in a healing energy. It is bringing you clean energy. This purifying energy is telling you to bring in what you need to heal. So I want you to just bring to mind right now what you're struggling with. What upsets you? What is your greatest loss? What is bringing you grief, sorrow, and pain? What makes you feel misunderstood, like you made a huge mistake, you wish you could take it back, you wish you could fix it? And how can you purify it? Well, purge it. Purging it means you let it come up to the surface to be felt. You feel the feelings, you acknowledge them, you express them, you take ownership for the decisions and actions and words that you did. And that's where the healing comes in. The healing is where you can forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive the person, the other people. And then the clean energy is the new energy that comes through. And that helps you bring an end to this despair, the falling apart, the sinking, the hopelessness. Looking out the mirror and not seeing any sign of life. See how this is like pretty much a long, abandoned, deserted road. No sign of life, no animals, no buildings, no houses, no nothing. But when you get around this curve, that's when you can get off the highway. And that's when you can get back into living. Because whatever has been a rejection in your life was for your divine protection. Rejection is surrounded by irrational fear, saying no, and dismissal. So if someone has broken your heart and you aren't over it, it is time for you to understand that you may have a damaged, broken-hearted, and destroyed heart chakra. And maybe the heart chakra is what you need to work on. Maybe healing of the past needs to help you work through this loss. So I want to tap more into this loss that is coming through to just bring you some. Let's just tap into it, see where the cards take it. So this loss that you have been holding on to for so long, really just feeling it's a heartbreak, it's a sadness, it's a lot of time wasted. I'm hearing, what does that mean? What does that mean? You have a lot of regret over maybe how you live your life or maybe decisions you made. And I'm even feeling for some of you, there's someone who regrets the way they treated you. There's a lot of heavy energy. So I just feel making peace with the past and acknowledging the grief, the betrayal, the sadness. Maybe there's anger, maybe there's hate. Whatever negative feelings are around this regret and grief, it's time to let it go. It doesn't serve you in the long run because it keeps you in this cycle. It keeps you in this repeated pattern. So how can you get out of that? Step one is to remove the mask. Take off the mask. If you're pretending that everything's okay, if you're pretending that you're strong, take the mask off. Cry. Yell. Take some time for yourself. Allow the feelings to be felt. Nothing good can come if you hold on to your feelings. Because if you are able to feel these feelings and let them out and don't judge yourself and don't get mad at yourself if you have to spend a whole day in bed doing nothing. This full moon lunar eclipse is going to bring you this metamorphosis, this complete transformation, and this complete transition. And you will be able to see that a fresh start is coming. A fresh start in love. A fresh start recognizing that not all is lost and that maybe with certain people you settled or you were settling for whoever was there. But now you see by losing someone to a third party or allowing yourself to go in the direction of a third party instead of the one that you know is for you, you're going to connect to the vibration of what is meant for you, the vibration of your heart. So bring forgiveness to yourself. Forgiveness is not about letting people off the hook for the way they treated you. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness helps you let go. Forgiveness helps you see the error of the situation and what to learn from it. Because essentially, forgiveness is about letting go. But in order for you to let go and release, you have to do it with love. So if you are just saying to yourself, I thought I let this go, I thought I released it, but why is it still here? Because you didn't release it with love. You released it with regret. You released it with grief and sadness, anger, hate, any negative emotion that just makes you have something that just makes you feel bad. That just got pushed out into existence, never land. It went there. So what spirit wants you to know is that everything is going to be okay. It's like the Jelly Roll song that I've been channeling a lot. I am not okay, but it's all going to be all right because it is. So you want to dive deep into your healing. So how can we do that? So how can you dive deep into your healing? How can you dive deep into your healing? How can you dive deep into your healing? Okay. I have the card High Heels Seduction. You have to start to feel sexy and beautiful. And basically, whether you're like, I'm hearing divine feminine energy, but that is not tied to gender. Whatever makes you feel like just, especially if this is in regards to love, if you want to attract a partner, but you're not going out and you're feeling you're very down on yourself, you're putting yourself down, you're not going out, you're not like, you just don't feel like you look good, you don't feel like you feel good. Spirit is telling you with high heels, the heels represent pulling yourself up. And the seduction is basically seducing your divine feminine to come out and to allow her to get into her natural essence, because that's when you're going to start to feel better. Because what that's going to do, it's going to help you sit or stand at attention. You will be in attendance with your life, you will be present, and you will be able to open the door to something beautiful, to something new. Because what that does for you, it makes you want to roll the dice. It makes you want to take that risk. So the numbers that I see on this card are number 5, number 6, and number 4 and 2. So 5, there's 2 5s. So 5 plus 5 is 10, 16, 20, 22. 22 equals a 4. There's an opportunity here. An opportunity for you to roll that dice and take that risk. So what you want to do is the bird, blue, throat chakra, have that conversation. Even if it's with yourself, have that conversation with yourself and turn over a new leaf. That's what this full moon is going to help you do with your healing. I'm feeling a lot of resistance. I'm feeling a lot of, I'm not sure I can do that, because it's very hard to change. It's very hard to adapt to a new beginning. So you have to want it. But in order for you to want it, you have to feel it. And if you're not feeling it, that's okay. You want to be able to just be in a space where it's okay. It doesn't have to happen overnight, especially if the healing is bringing up things from your past that you had completely forgotten about, or you thought you healed it, and now here we are again, back at the beginning. I'm just feeling a lot of pressure right now in the crown chakra area. So that crown chakra has to be cleared. Ooh. All right, crown chakra. Let's dive into the crown chakra. So your crown chakra is located at the top of your head. You've been in your head a lot. You've been thinking a lot. You've been obsessively thinking a lot. Your dreams have been all over the place, I'm sure. This is what your crown chakra needs. Your crown chakra needs you to rest and get into a meditative state. And that's why the soul activation guided meditation that is going to be in a separate video for this session. It's going to be just with the doctor. All right. So I want to pull more cards out of this deck. I'm just feeling it. So turning over a new leaf means becoming the rose, becoming the divine feminine. In the spring, she becomes the rose. Some say love is like a river that drowns the tender reed. The song The Rose by Bette Midler is a very beautiful song. It's a very sad song, but that song is basically telling you, divine feminine, that you can bloom again. You can grow again. You can live again. And guess what? You can love again. It is not over. If you truly believe that there is someone out there for you, then you just have to open your heart chakra. Just see your heart chakra as the rose. And seeing your heart chakra as the rose is going to tell you whatever trauma you're going through. Teddy bears could be significant for some reason. It's the second card that I pulled in the other deck I used. On the settling card, there was a teddy bear. So teddy bears are specific, especially if you have a bear that's tied to someone that you maybe are trying to manifest. It's time for you to let all the trauma of the past go because it has no place in your present or your future. This card is telling you to take care of yourself. Your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself. Because you want to get the gears in motion. You want to start moving forward. And the way you do that is with your inner workings, doing the inner work. Spirit totem koala is telling you to be mindful. Spirit totem zebra is telling you to be unique, be yourself. And carrots group, orange sacral chakra. There's something about becoming part of a group. So I'm feeling connect to your soul tribe. Connecting to your soul tribe is going to bring the reflection back. It's going to mirror to you what you need. It's going to mirror to you that whatever is lost, it's okay. I really feel a lot of regret. I really feel a lot of sadness. And whoever is feeling this, I feel for you because I've been there. And I've had those days and nights where I thought, God, will this ever stop? Will this ever go away? Will this ever just shift into something different? And it will. So I want you to just close your eyes because the card that is associated with Aries is the Emperor. And the Emperor represents the divine masculine. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to envision the divine masculine, whether it is one that you're connected with, hoping to reconcile with, or if you're not, maybe just let spirit show you who this masculine is. I just want you to close your eyes and just bring their face to mind. This masculine could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm even getting earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be sun, moon, or rising. This masculine, the universe has handpicked for you. And this masculine wants to come in, but there is a healing and there is a trauma that you have to release. So let's see what is in store for you. So you know the healing that you need to do, and I really feel the guided meditation, soul activation for the crown chakra with the third eye, the throat. And you know what? I'll even do the heart just to make sure the heart chakra opens up like the beautiful rose. So what do you need to know about this divine masculine? What can you tell us, please, about this divine masculine? The Six of Pentacles shows me that he has an inner child wound that he needs to heal. He also could have children. He could be going through a divorce. Or maybe he has a regret of never having children. Just take it as it resonates for you. But this is Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this masculine is very much your wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. Very much wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups. See how there's like a pumpkin on the table and there's fruit and apples. Honestly, I'm getting like Thanksgiving vibes. So you and this masculine could meet somewhere around Thanksgiving, the end of November. Someone could have a birthday. Or maybe you both will be somewhere where somebody's celebrating a birthday, but I really am just getting Thanksgiving, and I'm hearing November 28th. That date is coming through. And here it is. Here he is, the Emperor, the card of Aries, the divine masculine. He has been in his element, and I'm getting fire energy with this card. So he could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or that just represents the fact that this full moon lunar eclipse is in Aries. He is just sitting there. He's been sitting there waiting, living his life. I feel he's very successful. I feel that he is very much in control of his life, his destiny. There's one thing missing, and that's love. He had love one time, and he lost it. The one time he opened up his heart, it got smashed. And now he is ready to try again, the Two of Cups. So if you have felt the same way he did, and you have committed to being on your own and healing, you both are calling each other in. This is a beautiful energy. So the Eight of Pentacles shows me that you are working on yourself. You are reinventing yourself. And what that's doing, it's just making you feel young again. It's making you feel like a child. A lot of inner child stuff is coming through. So you could have been doing inner child work too. The Page of Wands, I see pages as messages. This could be a message coming in from a fire sign. But the Five of Swords shows me that you both have issues with communicating, being able to speak your feelings, speak your mind. But the Five shows me that's changing. The two of you are going to be able to be yourselves, your true selves around each other. And what that's going to do overall, it's going to bring in the Four of Wands, which is the union card. I always see this card as the union card. So this is the coming together. This could be a marriage. This could just be living together, being committed. But the Six of Wands shows me that he's getting ready to go in the direction to move forward. And as you make the decision to go forward, your cross will pass. I'm sorry, your paths will cross. So the High Priest shows me divine feminine. Stay true to your beliefs and be the Queen of Wands to the Emperor. Be the divine feminine that I know that you can be, that you see for yourself. Be in the space that everything that you want is going to come through. So they're saying that a lot of things are going to change when this person comes in. Life as you know it is going to be different, but it's going to be better. And it's going to be what is needed. So if this person, and I'm hearing he, so this could be a divine masculine coming in. It's going to be very different. And you're going to transition a lot smoother than you realize with him. So don't worry about just feeling overwhelmed. Just allow yourself to experience this beautiful energy this beautiful divine masculine who is coming in. So the Seven of Cups is the bottom of the deck. This card is water energy. So you could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or this is just reminding you to stay in your feelings. But there's 7 different ways this is going to happen. So Spirit's telling you, we got this. Angel number 7 is about divine wisdom of the soul. So you know in your heart what is coming for you. You know what is right for you. And you know what is truly possible for you. So it's really about just being in a space of allowing, being in a space of improving, being in a space of receiving, and being in a space of truly healing. That it's okay to just change your life. So a lot of people on the healing journey, they always find it hard to reconnect and go back into society when they have been on their own and they have been on that hermit mode, soul searching journey for so long. And I know I experienced it. I had a very hard time wanting to come out of hermit mode because I got so good at being an introvert that when it was time for me to be an extrovert and go out, I would be like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go outside. But I slowly integrated and I slowly reintroduced myself to my friends, felt them out. And now I'm in a place where when they ask me to go out, I go and I have a great time. Like today, I had a couple of friends. Today's one of my friend's birthday. So I texted him, happy birthday. And he's like, hey, me and my wife are going to dinner tonight. You want to come with us? And at first, the introvert in me, the old me would have said no. But then I was like, when do they ever go out? They're like me. They always stay home. I'm like, I would love to go to dinner with you. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to dinner with 2 of my friends who I don't see that often, who I don't talk to that often. But when we get together, we laugh, we talk. It's like we saw each other yesterday. And those are the connections that mean the most to me right now. So you will know by just feeling who is for you and who isn't. And if there are red flags or if there is a behavior that someone is projecting towards you and you don't like it, that's okay. You could either just stop talking to that person, ignoring it, or you can just simply say, this isn't for me. Enough is enough and it's time for a change. Because honestly, you want to get into a space where things are easy because friendships are needed. Friendships are important, just like family members are important, and so are lovers. But I've just found when I made the decision to just cut like dating and just being in a relationship with myself, that's what I needed. So I eventually had to pull away from everybody else because I needed to be with myself. And even that even affected me posting all the time on my social media sites. And I used to get stressed out about the fact that I wasn't posting, but I was like, you know what? I need to be with myself and I need to rebrand. I need to reinvent myself. And there were things in my personal life that were changing or things that I wanted to change, but I needed to be able to focus on that. So I learned to tackle one thing at a time. So if one area kind of sat, like my business, that's okay because you know what? I'll get back into the groove when I'm ready because there was 2 big issues I had to focus on. One was getting my finances in order, and the other one was just seeing what the hell was going on at my day job. Got a lot of answers, got a lot of clarity with that, and my finances, I paid off my debt. So I'm debt free. And it feels weird to say that, but I am. And now I'm in a good place. I feel happier. I honestly feel like I lost 10 pounds because I cleared all that. Because that was energy, that was a heaviness, that was just a like a black cloud that was hanging over me. And now I just feel better and I feel more in control. So now I can kind of come back to, okay, what do I want to do with my dating life? Oh, what do I want to do with my business? What do I want to do with posting? I have all these ideas and all these things happening. I'm writing things down and I'm just going to make a list and I'm going to do one thing at a time. So this session is about you taking into consideration if you have something that is happening in your life, you have to deal with it. You can't brush it off to the side and just keep focusing on the stuff that's easy. Because once the easy stuff gets easy to the point where it becomes boring, the heavy stuff that's difficult comes right back in. So that's why I always tell people that healing is like an onion. The more you peel, the more you cry, the more it gets harder. But when something keeps coming up for you to heal, when a situation keeps repeating itself, you have to eventually face it. And you eventually have to be in a space where you can tell yourself, it's okay. I'm okay. Everything is going to be all right because I know that I'm going to be in a better place and in a better space. So knowing that everything is going to be okay for you, and just know it's not going to happen overnight, but the key to it being okay is you have to choose it's going to be okay. So I want you to think about the problem that you have. So I already have one card fly out of a deck I was going to use, but I'm just going to take this card. It's the Three of Wands. This card is telling you to have patience. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was your life. Your life was built through the many years that you've been alive in this lifetime. And a lot of the things that you have been going through, they could have a lot of past life karma. Because there's a book I'm reading right now, which, oh, I don't remember where I put it. Where did I put my book? Oh, it's over there. I can't get to it. Um, it's a book by Karen Kubico. Hold on. I'm going to look her up. She specializes in past life regression. Here she is. The book is calling Making True Love, Healing Relationship Patterns Through Past Life Regressions. So this book I highly recommend. I'm reading it now. I've read 6 chapters so far. It was a very slow read in the beginning because it really I had to really get in the groove of it. But once I got past chapter 5 and 6, I'm totally invested in finishing this book, and I'll probably finish it in the next couple days. But if you are wanting to heal, or if you've ever been interested in past life regression, she has examples in this book and what people learn from their past lives. So I'm going to be focusing on past life a little bit. I might eventually start offering past life regression. I'm going to test it on myself just to see how I can do it. But I do have a past life reading that I offer. So if you have someone in your life who you think, I think I have a past life connection with them, you can book that reading and I can tap into that connection that you have with that person and I can read into it and just see what comes up. For the people that I have done those readings for, I have channeled a lot of things. So there's a lot of things that happen in our past lives that we kind of have that fear and karma that comes with us. So, like, it's like the fear of losing somebody, you are going to choose emotionally unavailable people because you're the one that's going to, you know, or you're an emotionally available person. Like, if you're a fear of commitment, fear of losing somebody. Some people like leave people before they leave them. That's what they say. So there's a lot to it. So your healing is so much more than saying an affirmation, doing a meditation, getting a reading. It's a choice. That's really what it is. Your healing is a choice. And I used to struggle with that until I chose to heal. And I'm committed to my healing. And I've been doing it for like 6 years. And I would say the last 2 years have been the easiest. There's been hard times, but I can get myself past the hard times because I know how to deal with it and I know how to get myself out of it. I have people around me who I can go to talk to and talk it out. And sometimes I have to just wait it out and then spirit will just bring me the answer. So it's all about patience. The biggest lesson that I learned on this journey of life is how to be patient. Angel number 3 is the trifecta. It's the mind, which is the third eye, the body, which is the heart, the spirit, which is the root chakra, which is located at the base of your spine. And in the center, I see it as the solar plexus chakra. It's your middle chakra. That's in your belly. That's the chakra where they say, don't bury your feelings, feel the feelings, allow things to come up to the surface. So, final message for you before I close out this session and go into the meditation soul activation, which you can get on this channel, should you want to listen to it. Final message, the One of Cups, fondness. See how she's holding the apple? Don't be tempted by the apple. Instead, find the strength. This is number 8. And when you break down 10, 17, 20, 24, that equals an 8. This is the Leo card. So Leo could be significant for you. You have the fortitude, you have the strength, you have the perseverance to move forward. Everything is going to come your way. And this card wants to fly out because the world. This is coming full circle. This is completion of the cycle that you have been stuck in. Your healing is paying off. Your healing is working. It may not be happening as quickly as you thought it would be, or maybe you didn't realize that you had all this healing to do. Because I know sometimes I'm just like, wow, I didn't realize I had this much. But when I look back on my life, I have a lot of things from years ago that come up, even as far back as childhood. And the more I read books, the more the epiphanies and the realizations come to me. That's why that book by Karen Kubiko, I bought it last year. But I'm like a book dragon. I buy books and I just put them on a shelf, and when I'm ready, I read them. So every book that I have committed to reading this year in 2024, I have read it at the perfect time in my life. I had bought it like months, years, weeks before, and I'm just like, wow, this book I didn't know. It's like my subconscious was like, buy it, but don't read it yet because you're not ready to read it yet. So just know that everything is going to be okay. And I do hope this session has brought you clarity and guidance and it helped you in some way. If you need me for anything, I'm here. Just book with me. I have readings, I have sessions. If you're not sure what to book, reach out to me. You can email me butterflyintuition1111@gmail.com. Thank you again for watching this, for being here, and have a happy and safe full moon lunar eclipse. And I will talk to you soon. Love and light to you.